So with the bouts between Saul Canelo Alvarez and Amir King Khan coming closer, I think it's time that we examine the potential outcome of Amir Khan winning, because that is a possibility. Even though it's slim, it's still a possibility. Okay, so y'all already know. I think Alvarez is going to beat Khan by knockout. I don't think it's going to last further than 5 rounds. I don't think it's going, maybe six, but I don't think it's going to last far beyond there. I think that Alvarez is going to counter him hard to the body. It's going to slow him up just enough for him to tap him on his chin. And with Khan, even though he has the heart of he has the biggest heart ever or whatever, I think that as soon as Alvarez touches that chin, it's all over. It's lights out. It's bedtime. Okay, ambient, as Stephen A. Smith would put it. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. However, there is a chance that Khan can channel his inner Mayweather. Okay, Virgil Hunter is a big factor, a big what if factor, because I personally think Virgil Hunter is a great trainer. Just from the fighters I see at this stable, I think Virgil Hunter is a good job. So Virgil, it's very possible that Virgil Hunter may have that pill. He might have that potion to give to Khan, so Khan can make that magic happen and secure victory against Alvarez. So if that does happen, there's going to be a breath of life that's been just pushed into Amir Khan's career. If it does happen, do I think Amir Khan should go right to fighting Triple G? Well, I think here's what I think should happen. Okay, I think for Amir Khan's sake, if he does beat Saul Canelo Alvarez, for Amir Khan's sake, drop that fucking belt. Don't even worry about that belt. You you make history by just touching that WBC pound weight. But I'm just gonna be straight with you. Drop that belt right after. Don't even play with that. Don't even think. Don't even consider getting in there with Gennady Golovkin. Don't even consider getting in there with Billy Joe Saunders. Don't even consider getting in there with Peter Quillen. And don't even consider getting in there with Daniel Jacobs. But most importantly, even though I said this first, I'm going to say the last two. Don't even consider getting in there with Gennady Triple G Golovkin. Just drop that belt. Just drop it. Don't even hold that belt for longer than a week. Okay? Take it home. Show it to your friends. Show it to your family. Your wife. Oh, look, I got that 160-pound belt. And then just hand it back over. Okay? Hand it to Triple G, because trust me, you don't want that. That man. I mean, I'm telling you, that can end your whole boxing career. But who knows how long Khan wants to stay in boxing, depending on how much money he makes off this fight. Because, like I've said before, his motives for fighting Alvarez are questionable, in my opinion. But I still respect it, and it's still admirable. He's still taking a challenge regardless. And it's clear that he just wants money. Money talks. And especially from a business standpoint, I respect him, and I give him kudos for what he's done to put himself in this position. But if Khan does if he does go back to 147 and he does decide to stay there, here's what I think he should do, okay? I think even though Amir Khan has 3 losses on his record, there is only one there's only one, in my opinion, one true skeleton. And here's why, okay? He lost to Lamont Peterson, yes. But we saw that fight. It was not only a very close fight, but there's some controversy surrounding it. I mean, from what I've been told and what I've heard was that Lamont Peterson was on drugs during that fight. He was on PEDs. All right, and then with Bradis Prescott, the situation with him, Amir Khan got knocked the fuck out so fucking quickly that it's anybody can be knocked out. That's the truth. Anybody can be knocked out, especially when you have the chin like Amir Khan's. Okay, but he was so young. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao was also knocked out when he was young by a bum. However, we've all saw what he ended up doing with his career. And Prescott, he's been on the decline since. So I think it's fair to say that he doesn't have. Even though I would love to see Amir Khan avenge that loss against Bradis Prescott, I don't think it's a necessity for him. You see what I'm saying? That one loss that he needs to, that one nightmare that he has in his dreams, you know, when he closes his eyes at night, that he needs to put to sleep, is Danny Swift Garcia, because Danny Swift Garcia has remained in the spotlight. Danny Swift Garcia has still been winning the fights that he's been supposed to win. He was supposed to win. Even though some of them are controversial, some of them are questionable. Yes, he's been winning. So, and he's remained on that spotlight. So with Danny Garcia, it's like you have to. The reason why I think he needs to beat him the most, that fight will not only bring him a lot of money, but I think that will be the fight that will make him feel mentally like he is back there. He's back where he needs to be. See what I'm saying? And just on the mental standpoint, because Danny Garcia, that round that he knocked Amir Khan down for the first time, Danny Garcia actually looked like he was starting to get a beat on Amir Khan, in my opinion. I mean, he was laying body shots. He stopped headhunting, and I feel like if they fought again, if there were a fight again at that time, like, you know, an immediate rematch, it might have looked a bit similar. Just going based off the fact that, you know, Danny Garcia seemed to be improving, and he went on to fight Lucas Matisse, you know. And my point is the fact that Danny Garcia has remained on top since he's fought Amir Khan. It says something. It almost says that Danny Garcia is better than Amir Khan. And you know what? That's the fact. Until we get into the ring, Danny Garcia has every right to say and believe that. See what I'm saying? Bradis Prescott cannot say that because he has not maintained that steam that they took after beating Amir Khan. And Lamont Pearson, even though he beat Amir Khan on paper, it's a controversial win because apparently he was on PEDs, just allegedly. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section below. But yeah, that's why I feel like Danny Garcia is the one that he needs to put to sleep, because Danny Garcia has remained on top, and Danny Garcia beat him cleanly. Okay, so yeah, those are my thoughts on Amir Khan versus. Not versus, but those are my thoughts on what Amir Khan should do after he beats Saul Canelo Alvarez. I'm a big fan of fighters going back to avenge their losses, and I think that's him beating Danny Garcia would be the avenge that he needs to be mentally back to the point where he might feel like he's an undefeated fighter. He might have that complete confidence in himself again. Not to say that he doesn't have confidence now. I mean, he's fighting fucking Canelo, for God's sakes. But you guys know what I mean. Like, for me, as a casual fan, to start putting faith that this guy can win the fights that he needs to win, he needs to beat Garcia. That's just in my opinion. Like, for me to start giving him that credit, give him that fair shake. Like, yes, this guy might be able to beat, you know, Keith Thurman. He might have the chance of beating Sean Porter. I need to see him avenge his loss against Danny Garcia. That's just me. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I am not an expert on the sport. I'm not a purist. I'm just a casual fan. But like I always say, you don't have to be a purist to give your opinion on something. So, yeah. Why don't you guys, you guys might be casual fans too. Why don't you guys leave a comment down below? All right, like my video, dislike it, but more importantly, please subscribe. Yeah, I appreciate you guys listening, and I'll see you guys later.